Well, hello everyone. Nice to see you all again. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, for those who may have forgotten. Sorry it's been a little bit again. Look, the truth is I've just been in a funk, I have been woefully depressed, as well as things have gone this year. The stuff that was going on with Aaron, and all, it just weighs on you, and what's it all worth, and channel gets dark, and on and on and on. But I did speak to Aaron about 2 weeks ago, right before the storm hit, or after them. After, it was the day after the storm went through New Jersey, and I called up there like I usually do, left a message. She called back this time. This is the first time I had spoken to her in like 14 months. I gotta thank you, for everything, for, the child support and all that. I'm like, oh, so you knew about it, huh? She's like, yeah. She's like, when mommy got it, she knocked on my door and told me, that and I was like, how much? And it's like, all of it. I'm like, oh. So she said, thank you very much, and it helped, and so it was cold, but it is what it is, and I gotta make my peace with it. But I'll say this. It was the first time in 10 years that I could talk to her with nothing on my shoulders, no weight, nothing hanging over my head. And again, it was another very, very freeing feeling. So she's supposed to start college, and I think I got delayed because of the flooding and whatnot. So it is what it is. So I talked about my friend, my friend Tom, who moved down here and is in rough shape, and I've discussed, a similar, other than the sex stuff with my parents, his mother and father are pretty much carbon copies of me and Drunky. Same undermining from his father. His mother just viciously violent and abusive and manipulative and guilt-ridden, and like he falls for the guilt. I know that's the difference between me. You can't guilt me. He always had guilt over everything, with his parents, and everything he does is to self-sabotage himself, to put himself in the role that his parents always want him to be in. So, and that's what this last relapse was about. After his mother died, after his mother died, a few days after getting the vaccine, totally unrelated, of a heart attack in her sleep when she never had a heart condition. Totally unrelated. Also, side note, I just found out one of our friends who lived on the same block as her mother got the same shot and wasn't feeling well a couple days later, went to the doctor, blood clot in his heart, and died. Totally unrelated. So, and as I said, when we got out of, Tom was my best friend since high school. We were so tight. And, when we graduated June 1991, The next week, Tom's dad got him into the window washers union in New York City, because that's what Tom's dad did was, but he wasn't in the union. He was like a building supervisor, but he got Tom in the union. He could have got me in the union. Next week, he's making $23 an hour at 18 years old in 1991. And the thing with it, it's like any other union job, okay? Tom probably worked his union job a maximum, I'd say, 4 to 8 hours a week and got paid for 40. Because there's always a reason not to go out on a scaffold. The wind is this, it's doing that, it's going to do this, it's that or that. And by 7 a.m., he's back home in bed catching Z's, because, catching Z's. Well, you can have, when you do that and you're in a service industry like that, in New Jersey, there's tons of buildings as well, and there's private businesses like supermarkets and office buildings and fast food joints would have big glass windows that would pay $250 to $500 a month for you to come squeegee their windows inside and out once a month. And then the houses, and you think about how many windows you have in your house. So he had what is like a very lucrative side business. I used to go out when I'm on my days off from Macy's and do it with him. It was fun. It was easy. It was easy. And unfortunately, by 19 years old, he's rolling in. He's rolling in 100. He's making $100K a year. Easy. So then by the time we move in with each other, move in together, in our early 20s, he's established in the union, he's established in the union. We've been partying all summer, going out. He's established. I'm doing my thing at Macy's. We move in together at 23. He's got money. He don't even know what to do with it. Like, he would just throw money in the back seat of his car. He'd just throw it. We counted the change. Just picked up the change in his room just to because you call him by his last name. Eitner, how much fucking change you got, Eitner? I don't know. It's like $600 in change. This is on the floor of his fucking bedroom. Like, how do you have this much change? I don't know. And then July 1997 rolls around, and fucking Sean McErlane, who got caught trying to pick up a 15-year-old on the internet, fucking hanger-on loser that he was. One night I'm not around, he goes, hangs out with fucking Sean. It's like, I'll try a fucking line. 2 weeks later, I got a cocaine problem. Like, what? Wait, what? And all that wealth, all that business, all that just blows. Cocaine is fast, man. That'll eat up your money fast. I had no idea. Fast. I never did. I never did a line. Never touched the shit. Destroyed him for years and years and years. And he worked his way back. It's like, when you're that kind of... He worked his way back, and he was clean, and then the parents went, and that was it. That was it. Living up in the Bronx, living up in New York City, kind of just spinning his wheels in place. And, when I got the call, he's like, I got to come down. I've been trying to get him down here for years. Like, come on, there's nothing up there. And he got the call, I'm going to die unless I get out of there. I'm like, come on, let's go. And he booked the flight and picked him up the next day, and it was, I said it wasn't good. He looks great now. He looks he's much improved now. So, we were talking, and we're like, why don't we start the business together? He's like, really? Like, yeah, really. Why don't we do it? Because he wanted to do it back then, and I was too fucking stupid about either wanting to be a cop and then being a fucking executive. I'm stupid. I always wondered if I had done it, would he have had the problem? And I know it's not my fault, and I know that. I know it's not. But you always wonder. And you know, with the way things were, or with, you know, with the channel and everything else, it's like, I need to get out of that I need to get out of that house. I need to get out, you know. Feeling better now. I'm lost 30 pounds so far. Like, let's do this. And it's really pretty inexpensive. You know, you need some poles, buckets. He gets the cleaning supplies still through the union gives them all types of benefits. So, and we're doing this, you know. Charlene, and thank God for Charlene, you know, with her work experience and her depositing in the ATM right now. And Charlene with her office experience, because when she was working for, you know, both art galleries and the pool company, you know, she's running people's business for them. And their service, it's different than the channel. Like, this is a service industry, so there's a lot other things that need to happen. Oh, here we go. There's a lot of other things. So she's doing all the books, and she's giving us ideas, setting up the website. And it's just cheap stuff. This really isn't, you know, complicated stuff, and we're going to do this, you know, flyers and the mailers, and there's so much demand for service industry and window cleaning down here. And Tom's been hanging off buildings. What the hell? Tom's been hanging off buildings. He's got 30 years experience. He knows what he's doing. Twice now. So Tom, with all his, he knows this stuff cold. So it's gonna make a great video. So Tom, with his service experience, he knows this stuff cold. He knows the business, and you know, we're about up and running. We are about up and running. Did I break this? Wait, another transaction. So we're about up and running, and you know, got the business insurance, file for the LLC, got that. The nice thing about Florida is it's so cheap. It's so cheap. They want you to do business. They want you to do business here. Oops. God damn it, did I not get my fucking card back? Oh, shit. Oh, this is great. All right, well, I gotta cut it here.